Rather, very good morning to you. You're welcome to the program Health is Wealth in collaboration with Nigerian Medical Association Ondo State Chapter. And today we have a topic of discourse. We do have a round peg in a round hole, a big fish in the ocean. So today is not an exception like we always do, but we have a topic of discourse which differs from that of last week. And today we are looking at something very important, the impact of vaccination on our health, with emphasis on polio eradication. That's what we're looking at today. And of course, we have someone who knows his onions very well in the studio. He's Director of Disease Control and Immunization on Ondo State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, ODPHCDA, known as Dr. Victor Adefesoye. Glad to have you on the program this morning, sir.
Yeah, thank you so very much, Mrs. Glow.
Yes.
I'm permitted to use
you can use that over and over again.
Now. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
And I'm also happy to interact with the public.
Yes,
on
thank
this
you.
very medium.
Thank you very much. And we hope you would not withhold any information from us as we ask you questions in the course of the program.
Every information will be made available to our people wherever they live, work, and play, and wherever they are very right now.
Thank you very much. In case you're just tuning in, you can also watch us live on Facebook. We are live on Facebook at Glow 99.1 FM Akure. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò wa ètò yín ìlera lérò pẹ̀lú ìbáṣepọ̀ Nigerian Medical Association ti ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo ń bí lónìí a ní àlejò pàtàkì náà a tún ní kókó ọ̀rọ̀ tá a fẹ́ mẹ́nubà lónìí yẹn ni impact vaccination lórí ìlera wa àti emphasis lórí polio eradication. A dẹ̀ ní ẹni tó mòye dáadáa tó wà nílé agbára ń bẹ àwọn ní Director Disease Control and Immunization ti ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo Primary Healthcare Development Agency. Àwọn náà ni Dr. Victor Adefesoye lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí káàbọ̀ sórí ètò wa.
Ẹ ṣé Aunty Comfort.
Orúkọ
yes.
Ẹ ti dárúkọ mi kí n tó dárúkọ mi.
Yes. Anyway, everything is going together.
Yeah, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
So pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọpẹ́ ni àti inú dídùn ni a fi wá sí orí ètò yìí lénìí láti wá la àwọn èèyàn wa lóye nípa ètò abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára. Inú wa dẹ̀ dùn tí àwọn èèyàn bá lè bá wa farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ ètò yẹn láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ dé òpin nítorí wípé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tí ó máa ṣe àwọn èèyàn ní àǹfààní ni a ti ṣètò rẹ̀ sílẹ̀ láti fún àwọn èèyàn lénìí. Ẹ ṣé gan.
Ẹ ṣeun gan ni dókítà. Orúkọ tèmi ni Comfort Ọmọláfẹ́ láì tó fi àkókò ṣòfò. Kí ni vaccination gangan kó tó di pé a lọ síde Gẹ̀ẹ́sì torí àkókò wa ti ń kó wa nípa pọ̀ kí ni what's vaccination?
Ẹ ṣé kó tó di pé mo máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa.
Ẹ bá a sọ lédè abínibí wa o torí àwọn ará rẹ̀
lálákọ̀ọ́kọ́. Kó tó di pé mo tẹ̀ máa dáhùn ìbéèrè yẹn bó fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn àjọ tí à ń pè ní NMA Nigerian Medical Association tí èmi jẹ́ ìkan nínú ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ kí a tó rí ẹgbẹ́ tó máa kóra wọn jọ kán lè sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nǹkan tó máa ṣe àwọn èèyàn ní àǹfààní ó ṣe díẹ̀ and ìdí nìyẹn tí mo fi fún wọn ní kudos. NMA Nigerian Medical Association under the leadership of Dr. Muyiwa Alonge àti àwọn tán jọ ń ṣe ìṣògbè ọpẹ́ ní pàtàkì lọ́wọ́ wọn kò ní rẹ̀ wọ́n ilé association wa ò ní dàrú lórúkọ Jésù. So kí a má fi àkókò ìṣòfò nípa abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára kí ni immunization. Immunization ni àwọn bàbá àti ìyá wa ń pè ní abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára. Abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára yìí wà lóríṣiríṣi tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé oríṣiríṣi abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára yìí ló máa ń dènà àwọn oríṣiríṣi àìsàn. Abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára kan ó máa dènà àìsàn kan. Abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára kan ò lè dènà àìsàn méjì lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà. Àwọn àìsàn kan wà tó jẹ́ wípé àwọn kòkòrò àìfojúrí ló máa ń fà tí à ń pè ní viral infection tí à ń pè ní bacterial infection. A lè fojúrí àwọn kòkòrò wọ̀nyí ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti wọ àgọ́ ara èèyàn yálà bóyá ẹnu náà gbà wọlé ni o àbí ihò imú wa ni o àbí ojú ni o àbí bóyá inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ àbí nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tó bá ti lè wọnú àgọ́ ara bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe ara ní ìjàmbá. Wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ títí tó fi di wípé ẹni yẹn tá a bá káràmásìkí ẹni yẹn ó lè di pé nǹkan tó máa gbé ẹ̀mí mi. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára wọ̀nyí táwọn ọmọ wa bá ti lè gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára yìí á ti ṣe ìgbéradì fún àgọ́ ara wa tó di wípé tí àìsàn yìí bá tẹ̀ wá wọlé àìsàn yẹn ò wá ní lè ṣe èèyàn yẹn ní ìjàmbá nítorí pé abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn gbà ó ti prepare àgọ́ ara fún àwọn àìsàn wọ̀nyẹn. So àìsàn yẹn á wọlé àárín bó ṣe wò lágọ̀ ara dẹ̀ jáde kò dẹ̀ nípa ẹni yẹn lára.
Eshungani, Dr. Adefesoye, I would like to ask you, is vaccination same thing as immunization? And if not, what's the difference?
Yeah, you see, people interchange the two names. Vaccination is different from immunization. Vaccination is a process. Immunization is also a process. Vaccination is a process of introducing the vaccine, and an antigen into the body, either through mouth, oral route, or injection or inhalation. That is vaccination. Now, when this thing, vaccines or antigen, gets into the body system, the body will begin to process it via the immunity process, the natural immunity process. And when the immune responses are fully developed in the body system to the extent that the recipient of that antigen or vaccine can naturally fight against the purpose for which he or she is being vaccinated, then the person becomes immunized against that. So immunity developed. So vaccination is a process of introducing antigen or vaccine into the body. Immunization is the process of the body getting immunized, getting immune, develop immunity against the disease for which they has received the vaccination.
Thank you very much. Matu fẹ́ ṣàlàyé lédè abínibí wa ìtumọ̀ abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ti vaccine ìyẹn lédè fún àǹfààní àwọn ará ilé torí bàbá ṣe ń sọ lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì la máa túmọ̀ lédè Yorùbá.
Ẹni bá sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nílé àná ó gbọ́dọ̀ tú lóòótọ́ ni. Abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ó pín sí ọ̀nà oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà. Ìkan wà eléyìí tí ó jẹ́ pé a máa ń fúnyàn láti ẹnu. Ìkan wà tó jẹ́ pé abẹ́rẹ́ ni wọ́n á gúnyàn. Àwọn kan wà tó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa ń fi sí ihò imú ni ẹni yẹn á fà. So ìyẹn ni à ń pè ní vaccination. Àti introduce antigen yẹn, vaccine yẹn àti introduce ẹ̀ sí àgọ́ ara. So àgọ́ ara náà á wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lo abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára yẹn láti build up immunity tiẹ̀. So tí àgọ́ ara bá ní agbára láti build immunity tiẹ̀, so a wá sọ pé ẹni yẹn ti wà immunized. So a wá ní agbára àti okun láti bá àwọn àìsàn pẹ́pẹ̀pẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ń dènà ẹ̀ á lè ní agbára àti bá wọn jà.
Eshungani, Dr. Why must the populace be encouraged to embrace vaccination? I mean, sometimes the encouragement or awareness is not even enough. But why, must the populace be encouraged to embrace this vaccination that is given to people?
Thank you so very much. What is not good is not good. And what is good is good. Yeah, the public must be encouraged to take vaccine because of the fact that there are so many advantages and benefits that vaccination and immunization process offer to people when they take it, and when they take it according to schedule, and they take it they take the full doses of the as it is required. Okay, so first and foremost, like I said, why people must be encouraged, we want to talk about the benefit of vaccination or immunization. There is individual. Let's talk about individual again. As an individual, if you are vaccinated, you are fully vaccinated against a particular disease, of course, the disease you are protected from being infected, or you are protected from the infection. And when you don't have any disease, you don't have any cause to go to hospital, you don't have any cause to pay hospital bill, then you want to be more productive in your industries, in your organization, because you are healthy. A healthy person, a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. So a healthy individual is also is a wealthy individual. Then your reasoning will be very sound. You have a very sound mind, as against people who are not vaccinated and who have been infected and come down. with a kind of disease. Okay, you're highly cerebral because there are some diseases that affect the brains of individual. Okay, and when that happens like that, the person's cerebrity is, or the person's sanity is dented. Okay, so that is personal gain. Okay, what about the community gain? Yeah, if a large number of people in the community is being vaccinated, then the community is said to be healthy. We call it herd immunity. Okay, so if the herd immunity is high, the whole community is healthy. Then there is a healthy community. The community, then people in the community will be able to be productive. Those that are going to school, the students among them will be regular in class. When exam comes, they pass, so they can become whatever career they have chosen for themselves. Okay, for the government generally, we talk about productivity. If you are productive, you are regular at your place of work, you do your work adequately to time, and you deliver timely, then the government will be making progress in terms of economic gain. We talk about social security. Okay, then you'll be able to reason very well for the government, as a policymaker. And when you make policy with your sound mind, and the people over there are also sound, okay, implementation of the policy will be very, very, adequate, and you discover that the whole society is developing. So there is a whole lot of benefit when you talk about, vaccination, when people take it. And of course, you are preparing the whole system, the whole community for the future. If today is good in terms of health, then you can think about sound and healthy future. Gary. So it's a whole lot of lists that you can never exhaust.
ẹ ṣeun gan ni dr Adefesoye bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ ètò ìlera lérò lẹ́ ń gbọ́ lórí ìkànnì alálùbáríkà Glo 99.1 FM tátàkùn mọ́lẹ̀ sádùúgbò ìjọ̀kọ̀ nílùú Àkúrẹ́. A sì ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí immunization àti vaccination, ìyẹn the impact of vaccination, ìyẹn abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára lórí ìlera wa, àti emphasis lórí polio eradication. Adẹ̀ ti ní àlejò tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan tẹ̀mídẹ́ ẹ máa wò pé ta ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ látẹ̀ẹ̀kan tó ń fún wa ní ìmọ̀ràn tó ń ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Àwọn náà ni Director Disease Control and Immunization Ondo State in B Primary Healthcare Development Agent, àwọn ni Dr. Victor Adefesoye. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ́lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ tó bá yànnà náà lédè Yorùbá. Kí ló jẹ́ kí ni ìdí, kí ni kókó tó yẹ, kí ni ìdí tó fà tó yẹ pé a gbọ́dọ̀ encourage àwọn èèyàn láti embrace abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára?
Ẹ ṣe atọ́kùn, àwọn èrè pàtàkì wà nípa abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára gbígbà. Ìdí ni tí a fi gbọ́dọ̀ máa polongo àti láti máa ṣe àlàyé fún àwọn èèyàn wa láti lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ wípé abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára gbígbà pé ó ṣe pàtàkì. Pàápàá jùlọ tí a bá fẹ́ sọ nípa kí ni àwọn ìdí èrè, kí ni àwọn pàtàkì èrè tí à ń rí nípa abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára, a pín sí oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ nípa ti ara ẹni gangan tí à ń pè ní personal gain, tí àwọn olóyìnbó ń pè ní personal benefit. Kí ni àwọn àǹfààní tí èèyàn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹlẹ́ran ara máa rí? Ẹni tí ó bá gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára, ó di dandan wípé kò ní ṣàìsàn. Ẹni tí ò bá ṣàìsàn kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ lọ ṣe nílé ìwòsàn. So owó tó yẹ kó ná sórí àìsàn á ná sí nǹkan míì. Ọpọlọ ẹ̀ á wà ní pípé, àgọ́ ara ẹ̀ á wà ní pípé, á lè ronú láti ṣe nǹkan tó dáa. Ẹ mọ̀ wípé tí àwọn èèyàn bá ṣàìsàn tó wà ní ìdìbúlẹ̀ àìsàn, báwọn tí ẹ lọ sílé ìwòsàn, iṣẹ́ tó yẹ kán ṣe ní àkókò yẹn wọn ò ní lè ṣe mọ́. So eléyìí tí àwọn olóyìnbó ń pè ní productivity ẹni yẹn ní period tó bá sick yẹn á reduce. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ti ń ṣe àìsàn yẹn wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́ tó tẹ̀léra bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, kí lẹ fi pé ó máa ṣe á break down. Tó bá jẹ́ àgbẹ̀ ní gbogbo nǹkan ọ̀sìn nínú oko ẹ̀ àbí gbogbo nǹkan tó gbìn sínú oko ló máa bàjẹ́. Bó tiẹ̀ gba alámòjútó sí, ojú olójú kò lè jọ ojú ẹni. So gbogbo àwọn kan wọ̀nyẹn ó máa ṣe. Tó bá dẹ̀ jọ ọmọdé tó yẹ kó wà nílé ìwé, nígbà tó bá ti ń ṣe àìsàn ẹni tere èjìtere àbí ní ṣiṣẹ́ ń tẹ̀lé, á di wípé gbogbo nǹkan tó bá ń kọ́ nílé ìwé kò ní lè ní òye, a máa jẹ́ kó fìdí rẹmi nínú àwọn ìdánwò tó ń bá ṣe. So lẹ́yìn tó bá dẹ̀ ń fìdí rẹmi léraléra, kí náà máa ṣe nílé ìwé? Ó dàbí ẹni pé ọmọ yìí ò lè cope, ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ máa gbélé, á lè tó withdraw from school. Yàtọ̀ sí ìyẹn, àwọn abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára kan wà tó máa ń dènà àìsàn rọpárọsẹ̀ náà tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí polio tí a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Ọmọ tó bá gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára yìí tí ò ní rọpárọsẹ̀, ó lè bá àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ kópa nínú gbogbo ìdíje tó bá wà. So okun á wà fún. Tá bá wá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ti gbogbo ìlú, community gain, ẹ mọ̀ wípé tí gbogbo àwọn ará ìlú bá gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára, àbí tí púpọ̀ nínú àwọn ìlú bá gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára, ìlú á wà ní ipò ìlera tó péye, tí àwọn olóyìnbó ń pè kíní kan ní herd immunity. Ìyẹn ni wípé community wa o àti ní agbára láti dáàbò bo ara wa nípa àwọn àìsàn kan. So kò sí pé ẹ̀rù ń bà wá pé àìsàn àjàkálẹ̀ tí à ń pè ní epidemic disease pé ó máa já sílẹ̀ láàrin ìlú tí àìsàn àjàkálẹ̀ bá wọ̀, ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó máa ṣe. For instance, gbogbo ilé tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láìpẹ́ yìí ní COVID-19, ẹ mọ̀ rúgùdù tó kó sílẹ̀, ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ àbí ìṣèdè, má sùn má tọ̀, gbogbo nǹkan báwọn yẹn o lè lọ bí iṣẹ́ o lè ṣe. So tí àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn bá dé sílẹ̀, ogun burúkú ni, omi kò ní ṣe é mu, oúnjẹ ò ní ṣe é jẹ, gbogbo nǹkan báwọn yẹn. So ṣùgbọ́n tí àwọn tó pọ̀ jù ní ìlú bá ti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára, kò ní sí ààyè fún àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn láti wọlé. Nípa ti ètò ìjọba náà máa ní nǹkan tí èrè tí wọ́n ní nípa fífún àwọn ará ìlú ní abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára fún ìjọba. Ṣé mọ̀ wípé àwa wọ̀nyí náà la pè ní òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba. Ẹni tó bá ń ṣàìsàn nílé ara ẹ̀ tí ò lè wá síbi iṣẹ́ ìjọba yẹn ò ní lọ síwájú dáadáa. Àwọn tó ń ṣe ètò, bóyá mi mọ̀ bí mo ṣe máa pe policy makers, ní àwọn tó ń ṣòfin, nígbà tí ẹni tó ń ṣòfin tára ẹ̀ ò dá lè ní, tára ẹ̀ ò dá lọ́la, so kò sí àwọn òfin kan tí a lè ṣe. Nígbà tá bá tẹ̀ wá rí àwọn tó ṣòfin ọ̀hún, àwọn tó yẹ kó mú òfin yẹn ṣe, tó yẹ kó mú ṣe, nígbà tára wọn ò bá dá, kò sí pé a lè rí á dàbí pé ìlú ò ní lọ síwájú. So gbogbo àwọn owó tí ìjọba ń ná láti tọ́jú aláìsàn kan, tẹ́ bá mọ iye ẹ̀. So ìyẹn ó mì wípé ìlú tí ò bá sí abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára, tí ìlú bá ṣàìsàn, ẹ mọ iye tí ìjọba máa ná sówó àti kọ́ ilé ìwòsàn, àti gba àwọn dókítà, àti gba nurses, àtàwọn other health workers tó máa ṣiṣẹ́ ní ilé ìwòsàn, oògùn ńkọ́, gbogbo ẹ̀. So tí ìlú bá wà ní ìlera tó pé, owó wọ̀nyẹn ìjọba á lò fún nǹkan mi, bóyá ká fi ṣọ̀nà, àbí ká fi pèsè omi, àbí ká fi ṣe ilé ìwé tó péye fún àwọn ọmọ. So ìdí nìyí tó fi di wípé àwọn èèyàn wa gbọ́dọ̀ máa gbà wọ́n níyànjú lóòrèkóòrè láti máa gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára, àbí kán kó àwọn ọmọ wọn jáde síta láti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára.
Ẹ ṣeun gan ni dókítà Adefesoye. Kó tó di pé mo lọ sí ìbéèrè mi, ẹ jẹ́ kí n béèrè lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì.
Yeah.
At the point where a child, does not take all the vaccination and, it's beginning to affect that child, what's the remedy? Tó yẹ kí ọmọ, jẹ́ kí n tún béèrè nítorí méjèèjì lẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ bá mi dáhùn lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì àti lédè abínibí wa. Ohun tí mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ni wípé ńgbà tó yẹ kó ọmọ gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tí ò dẹ̀ gbà, tí àwọn àìsàn kan tí wọ́n ń jáde lára, kí ni solution, kí ni wọ́n lè ṣe ní àkókò yẹn?
Atọ́kùn ẹ ṣé.
Ǹjẹ́ solution wà àbí kò sí mọ́?
Atọ́kùn ẹ ṣé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára kan àti àìsàn ẹ̀ tó ń dènà, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ṣe àpẹẹrẹ. Ìyẹn poliomyelitis, àìsàn rọpárọsẹ̀. Abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára wà tí yóò dènà, yẹn ni abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tó ń dènà rọpárọsẹ̀. Ṣé rí abẹ́rẹ́ àìsàn rọpárọsẹ̀ yẹn tó bá ti mú ọmọ yẹn máa rọ lápá, á rọ lẹ́sẹ̀. Ó lè rọ lẹ́sẹ̀ kó má rọ lápá. Ó lè rọ lápá kan kó rọ lẹ́sẹ̀ kan. Ó dẹ̀ lè rọ lẹ́sẹ̀ méjèèjì. Ọmọ tí polio bá ti mú, tó bá ti wọlé sí lágọ̀ọ́ ara. Now tí irú àìsàn yẹn bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí tó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ọmọ yẹn, kò sí irú oògùn tí a lè ṣe tó lè dá ìlera pípé padà sí àgọ́ ara ọmọ yẹn. ọmọ tó ti rọ lápá rọ lẹ́sẹ̀ kò sóògùn tó lè lò tó lè yí rírọ lápá yíyọ rẹ́sẹ̀ yẹn padà, kò dẹ̀ sílé aládùúrà tó lè lọ, kò sílé babaláwo tó lè lọ, kò sómi àlùfáà tán lè fi wẹ̀ fún tó lè dá àìsàn yẹn padà. Well, there is miracle in God. Jesus Christ can heal. Well, but then eléyìí tí àwa ń ṣe physical medication, orthodox medication làwa ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa èyí. Tí àìsàn yẹn bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ kò séèyàn tó lè reverse ẹ̀. So the only thing tá kàn lè wá ṣe nígbà yẹn ni wípé ó kí la lè ṣe tá lè fi ran ọmọdé lọ́wọ́, ìyẹn la ń pè ní rehabilitation. Bóyá ká ra kẹ̀kẹ́ wíṣíà fún, tó bá ṣe lè lọ sílé ìwé ká kọ́, ká mú lọ àwọn school of special studies or special children, ìyẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Àìsàn kan náà tó wà measles tí àwọn èèyàn wá ń pè ní yíkíyíkí. Yíkíyíkí yẹn bákan ṣe ń fojú rí, àwa máa ń fojú tẹ́ńbẹ́lú ẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó ń fà sí àgọ́ ara ojú yẹn lọ. Tí ọmọ kan bá wà tí ò gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tó ń dènà yíkíyíkí, tí yíkíyíkí yẹn bá wọ ọpọlọ ọmọdé àbí tó wọ ojú ẹ̀ tó fọ́ lójú, tó lọ etí ẹ̀ tó dí létí, tó ba etí jẹ́, oògùn wo la fẹ́ fi sí ojú ọmọ yẹn tó fi máa repair ojú yẹn tá a fi return ẹ̀ padà? Orú operation wo, surgery wo la fẹ́ ṣe fún tó máa dá ojú tó ti fọ́ padà? Kò sí. Ṣé get mi bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? So tí àìsàn yẹn bá ti ṣe ọmọ yẹn torí pé ọmọ yẹn ò gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára yẹn, kò sí kan tá a fẹ́ ṣe ju pé ká rehabilitate ẹ̀, ká mú lọ school of sign language, ká mú lọ school of mi mọ school táwọn ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní ìdènà ojú tó jẹ́ pé ojú wọn so school for the blind. So ní bọ́n ṣe máa kọ́ wọn, ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ ọmọ tó rọ lápá tó rọ lẹ́sẹ̀ kò lè bá wa díje nínú eré bọ́ọ̀lù gbígbá, kò lè bá wa díje nínú ìdíje eré sísá, kò lè lọ gbogbo àwọn other even the normal thing. You know, and there is this issue of stigmatization. You understand it? It is still it's with us in our society. Ẹni tí ó rọ lápá tó rọ lẹ́sẹ̀ tó fọ́ lójú, before the person can be maritally engaged, it's a kind of challenge to the child and to the parents. And if eventually he or she gets engaged in terms of marital something, the husband or the wife, the person will become a liability. So it's a kind of information that we really need to pass on to our people to ensure they take vaccination as appropriately as it is necessary.
Thank you very much, Dr. Adefesoye. Let me ask you again. I mean, I have lots of questions for you this morning.
Thank you.
Yes, we call it yiki. Measles. Yeah. Mo fẹ́ béèrè, can this thing happen more than once? Fún ọmọ tó bá gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára pé stage 1 from newborn to 15 months. 15 months. Ní tẹ́lẹ̀ mi wá mọ duration yẹn mọ́ ń sìn.
We'll talk about that.
Ó ti tún gùn sí.
Yes.
Àwọn ọmọ tó gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára nígbà tó yẹ, tó dẹ̀ pọ̀ mọ́ yìí, á tún máa ní kò ní pọ̀ débi pé a máa lọ dé chicken pox, bọ̀ ẹ rí pé láàrin ọdún kan kò sí kó má mú lẹ́ẹ̀kan, kí measles má mú rú ọmọ yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Kí ni àwọn nǹkan tó ń fa? Ṣé a fẹ́ sọ pé abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tó gbà ní kékeré ṣé kò ṣiṣẹ́ tó ní àbí nǹkan? Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ yànnàná ẹ̀ fún wa.
Atọ́kùn ẹ̀ ṣe lọ́nà kínní pé èèyàn gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára kò sọ pé kí èèyàn má ṣàìsàn yẹn, ṣùgbọ́n àìsàn yẹn kò ní lè ṣe ọmọ yẹn ní ìjàmbá àbí kó fún ní àwọn ewu tó pọ̀ bíi ti ẹni tí ò gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára lọ. So tí àìsàn yẹn bá kọ̀ wá sára ọmọ yẹn, á kàn wá bẹ́ẹ̀ á dẹ̀ lọ ni láì lògùn, láì lọ sílé ìwòsàn. Yàtọ̀ sí ọmọ tí ò gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀pẹ̀. Tírú àìsàn yẹn bá ṣe ọmọ tí ò gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára, ó máa gbé ọmọ yẹn dé hospital. I can bet you that. Another one ni wípé tẹ́lẹ̀ àìsàn yíkíyíkí tí à ń sọ measles as a disease, abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tó wà fúngbà yẹn ẹ̀ẹ̀kan péré la máa ń fún ọmọ nígbà tí ọmọ bá pé oṣù 9. A wá rí wípé ọmọ yìí lẹ́yìn tó ti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára measles, a sọ pé ọmọ yẹn ti gba mọ̀yege. Ṣùgbọ́n ní ìsìn a rí mọ̀ wípé abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tó ń dènà measles tí àwọn ọmọ ń gbà lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn kò wá effective enough. So àwọn elérò tó ń ṣe ìwádìí jinlẹ̀ nínú ìmọ̀ sáyẹ́ǹsì wá rí wípé ẹ jẹ́ ká tún fi dose kan sí, ẹ jẹ́ ká tún ká fún àwọn ọmọ wa kan tún gba ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì sí second dose. So measles injection now, measles vaccination is no more one dose. Tọmọ bá gbà lóṣù mẹ́sàn-án, nígbà tó pé oṣù mẹ́sàn-án, tó bá tó wá pé oṣù mẹ́rìndínlógún sí ọmọ ọdún kan, a tún gba second dose. So tó bá ti wá gba second dose yẹn, a wá rí wípé ọmọ yẹn máa wá ní full and life protection. Ṣé mọ̀? Dé àwọn àìsàn kan wà.
Ìgbà wo nìyẹn ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ nítorí àǹfààní àwọn tó wà nílé?
A ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe yẹn báyìí ti lé níbi ọdún 3 sí ọdún 4 táwọn èèyàn wa tó dẹ̀ wá lè ti mọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ní ìsìn trend yẹn tó ti tún yàtọ̀ nítorí wípé láti ọjọ́ kejì oṣù kejì tí a fẹ́ mú, a fẹ́ introduce àdàdà abẹ́rẹ́ tí à ń pè ní measles rubella. Ṣé ó ti yé yín? Tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ measles nìkan là ń fún àwọn ọmọ. À fún ọmọ ní oṣù mẹ́sàn-án, à fún ọmọ ní oṣù karùndínlógún sókè. Nísìn measles rubella ni ọmọ máa gbà tó bá ti pé oṣù mẹ́sàn-án àti tó bá ti pé oṣù márùndínlógún. So ìyẹn tá a bá ti wá ṣe yẹn, àwa kó abẹ́rẹ́ measles alone, measles vaccine stand alone or measles stand alone vaccine, àkókúrò ń gbòòrò, àkókúrò nínú àwọn health center wa, àwa fi measles rubella àá fi rọ́pò ẹ̀. So ìyẹn ni a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fún àwọn ọmọ. Gọ́vnọ̀ wa ọlọ́lá wa Dr. Orímisá Ayédàtiwa Lọ́kì, ó máa bá wa fi ètò abẹ́rẹ́ yẹn lọ́lẹ̀ nígbà tí àsìkò bá tó. A tún máa wá sórí ìtàgé orí ìpolongo báyìí láti sọ fún àwọn èèyàn.
A lérò pé ẹ lo rédíò Glo tó bá dìgbà.
Ṣebí ẹ ń bá wa dòwò pọ̀ tí àwọn olóyìnbó ń pè ní collaboration. Tẹ́ bá ti gbà wá láàyè láti collaborate pẹ̀lú wa, àwa náà ready láti collaborate pẹ̀lú yín nítorí wípé gbogbo ọ̀nà tí àwọn èèyàn bá máa fi gbọ́ nígboro ni a fẹ́ gbà. Ìbájẹ́ ní oko, ìbájẹ́ ní abúlé náà wà, àtàwọn èèyàn wa tán wà lórí omi lọ́hùn, gbogbo wọn la fẹ́ fún ní àǹfààní láti gbọ́. Táwọn bá gbọ́, a ti ń polongo sílẹ̀, a ti ń ṣèpolongo yẹn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, but a máa fi lọ́lẹ̀ ìyẹn láti máa fún àwọn abẹ́rẹ́ fún àwọn èèyàn wa ní abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára yẹn. Nígbà tí a bá dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára yìí, a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fún ọmọ láti oṣù mẹ́sàn-án 9 months títí lọ bá ọdún 14. Ọdún 14. Ṣe rí oṣù mẹ́sàn-án sí ọdún 14, ẹ rí pé gap tó pọ̀ ni. So kò séyàn tí kò sílé tí a máa wà tí a ní rí ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé ó máa ní àǹfààní láti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára yìí. So ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ wípé ọmọ kan tó bá gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára yíkíyíkí pé a tún padà ní pé ó lè má lè òkò pé ó kó di chicken pox. Ṣé rí yíkíyíkí measles àìsàn tí ẹ ọ̀tọ̀ ni o, chicken pox àìsàn tí ẹ náà ọ̀tọ̀ ni. So measles kọ́ ló ń di chicken pox. Ṣé ó ti yé yín? Measles dá dúró gédégbé, ó jẹ́ orúkọ bàbá ẹ̀. Chicken pox náà dá dúró gédégbé, ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ orúkọ bàbá ẹ̀. Measles ní àwọn ìpalára tó ń ṣe fún àwọn èèyàn tó bá mú. Chicken pox náà ní ìpalára tó ń ṣe fún àwọn èèyàn tó bá mú. Ṣùgbọ́n ju gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ, abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára wà fún gbogbo àwọn àìsàn méjèèjì wọn. Ìdí nìyí tí a fi ń sọ wípé kí àwọn èèyàn wá gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára. Ọmọ mi lè gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tó ń dènà measles kó wá di bí ọdún kejì àbí nǹkankan kó tó wá ní àìsàn tí ó fẹ́ afárá kẹ́ measles. Ó lè má jẹ́ measles torí àwọn àìsàn tó máa ń fa kára yìí ó pọ̀ lóríṣiríṣi. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan táwọn èèyàn wa mọ̀ tó máa wá sí wa lọ́kàn ni wípé measles ni. Ìdí nìyí tẹ́ fi máa rí wípé ọmọ kan gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára o, kinní kan measles ó tún ti ní measles o, kinní kan ó lè má jẹ́ measles. Ká tó sọ pé ọmọdé yìí ní measles, a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe àwọn àyẹ̀wò kan ní ilé àyẹ̀wò tí àwọn èèyàn ń pè ní public health laboratories. Ibẹ̀ yẹn náà ti máa confirm pé measles ni. Láìsí ìyẹn, ẹ̀yin sọ èmi sọ, so ṣùgbọ́n ju gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ, ẹ tiẹ̀ má jẹ́ ká dúró de ìgbà tí àìsàn yẹn máa ṣe wá. Kí la máa ṣe tí àìsàn yẹn ò ní ṣe wá? Òun ni ká gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára. ìdí tí a fi wá sọ̀rọ̀ níbí nìyẹn.
ẹ ṣeun gan ni dókítà Adefesoye jẹ́ ká dá tán mi ẹja dókè lọ́hùn náà tá a bá padà dé a ó tún máa yànnàná ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìbáṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú Nigerian Medical Association pẹ̀lú kókó ọ̀rọ̀ tá a mẹ́nuba gangan ìyẹn immunization àti polio eradication totally ní Nàìjíríà àti ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo ẹ má yí kúrò ń bẹ́ẹ̀. ìkànnì alálùbáríkà náà lè ṣe ń tẹ́tí sí Glo 99.1 FM. Alrighty, welcome back. This is still Glo Health Talk with NMA, Nigerian Medical Association, Ondo State Chapter. And we've been looking at a very sensitive topic today, the impact of vaccination on our health, with emphasis on polio eradication. Of course, we've been playing a host to the Director of Disease Control and Immunization, Ondo State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Victor Adefesoye. He's been doing justice to the questions being asked. And I'll be asking them, Dr. Adefesoye.
Thank you.
Yes, there have been a lot of myths surrounding vaccination, misconceptions, such as it can be used to sterilize people, or to put mark on people. We heard a lot about such during the COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
Could you please help us speak some of such myths and correct the misconception truly in it?
Oh, yes, great. At this junction, I also want to appreciate you for delving into this issue of myths, misconception, anti-vax, and all of the activities that are not in support or that negate the giving of vaccination. You see, we cannot really blame people that do not have, complete information about the benefits of the whole essence of vaccination, and these are the group of people that go about, passing wrong information about vaccine. Some people in the past will say, that if you take vaccine, at times, it will make you grow horn, particularly during COVID-19 era you talked about, that if you take vaccination at the site where they inject you, if you put electric bulb there, it will glow out and it will make your body to be charging, and that maybe 2 years after you might have taken the vaccine, the person will die or probably will reduce the ability of that person to produce children. Of course, we cannot confirm today that it's all lies, because 4 years down the lane now that people have taken COVID-19 vaccine, have you ever met anybody with horns on the head? Have you ever seen somebody that took the vaccine, got married, and is still unable to reproduce, to give birth to children? And have you seen anybody whose leg or arm has been chopped up automatically or naturally by the process after taking vaccine? So these are the evidences, because I want to believe that I took all the recommended doses of vaccination. I also want to believe that several of our people in town took the vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine. And glory be to God, everybody is healthy. Everybody is alive today. People got married. They begin to give birth to children. And that one has already debunked all those rumors. So we want to tell people, using this opportunity and privilege, to say that people should desist from carrying about rumors that they do not have information about. If they want to seek information about particular vaccine or the other, our headquarters is there in Okieda, Ondo State Primary Healthcare Development Agency. They can just come in and ask for information. They can walk straight into any of our health facilities, be it primary health care facility, be it secondary health care facility, be it tertiary FMC or a mother and child hospital, Unimed Teaching Hospital, FUTA teaching hospitals, or even they can also go into any private hospitals and ask about information about one vaccine or the other, instead of allowing people to confuse them. I say it with all emphasis that there are no bad things, there are no negativities that are attached to vaccine. Vaccine and immunization gives you a lot of benefit and prepares your health for future, so that you can face the future challenges which you might not be able to forecast from today. Yes. We never knew COVID-19 will come in the
In
year in
2020.
20 no in 20 in 2000 in 2010 we never knew
Oh
COVID-19 will
yeah.
come.
Oh yeah.
In 2015 we never knew COVID-19 will come.
Mm.
But in 2018 we began to smell it, we began to hear it happening abroad and all of that. 2019,
19.
it entered our dear country, it entered our dear state, it entered our dear local government, killed so many people, which we do not want to happen. Nobody likes that, If you know the devastation this thing caused a whole lot of the community, people now should not be talking of not giving vaccine to their children.
Thank you very much, Dr. Victor Adefesoye. I'd also like you to please explain this in your Mufeke Shalaye. Fáwọn aráalé, àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò kí ń ṣe òótọ́ bí irọ́ bí tó jọmọ́ òótọ́ bí ọ̀tọ̀ tó jọmọ́ irọ́ nípa abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára bí pẹ̀lú mi àsọ pé àtọ́ bá ti fúnyàn o ó lè jẹ́ kẹ́ni yẹn rọ lápá o ó lè jẹ́ kẹ́ni yẹn má lè ṣe àwọn nǹkan kan ó lè jẹ́ kí ikùn ẹni yẹn má oríṣiríṣi oríṣiríṣi vaccination ló wà mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ clear lórí afẹ́fẹ́ lónìí káwọn èèyàn lè mọ̀ pé òótọ́ ni eléyìí o irọ́ ní pọ́nbélé eléyìí o.
Aunty Comfort ẹ ṣé gan so very much. Inú mi dùn wípé a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àhesọ tó rọ̀ mọ́ abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára. Àwọn kan máa ń parọ́ pé abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ò téèyàn bá ti gbà á máa jẹ́ kéèyàn ní ìwo àbí mímọ́ bọ́n ṣe ń pè á jẹ́ kẹ́ni ń hu ìwo lórí. Ẹlòmíì tiẹ̀ sọ ń gbà yẹn pé ó máa jẹ́ kéèyàn hu ìyẹ́ pé á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fò bí adìẹ tó bá yá. Á ní àwọn kan ní tó bá ti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ò pé kò ní jẹ́ kán á dènà ọmọ bíbí fún wọn pé ẹlòmíì lẹ́yìn tán bá gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ọdún méjì wọn máa kú nítorí wípé àwọn ìjọba àgbáyé ti fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ láti reduce population of the world. Irọ́ ni gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí. A lè blame àwọn èèyàn tó ń sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ nítorí wípé wọn ò ní ìmọ̀ àti òye tó pé nípa ètò abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ni. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tí àwa fẹ́ rọ àwọn èèyàn ni wípé kò sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé tán bá gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ó máa mú kí náà pé àbùkù kan àbí òmíràn bá ara, kò sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹ ṣeun àwọn èèyàn ti ń pè wá láti ilé 08055511110 tàbí 07066771182 táwọn èèyàn ti ẹ̀ dúró kí n pé hello ẹ káàárọ̀.
Kò ṣe mọ́.
ẹ ṣeun gan ni kí lorúkọ yín bọ́lẹ̀ tí ń pè wá.
Bọ́dà Ondo ló sọ láti àwòlẹ̀.
ó dà.
Fún ìmúrasílẹ̀ fún ọdún 2027 yẹn ẹjọ mo fẹ́ kí a gbé ọ̀rọ̀ owó orí yẹn ká gbé yẹ̀wò dáadáa.
rárá o mi ò rò kódà pé ẹ ti jánà kò ń ṣe bí la ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ owó orí ọ̀rọ̀ ìlera àtọ̀rọ̀ náà lọ ìlera náà là ń sọ lórí ìkànnì alálùbáríkà ìlera ara wa òun là ń sọ dẹ́nà abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára gan ni kókó ohun tá a mẹ́nubà ní òwúrọ̀ yìí kò ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ kínní fún àǹfààní àwọn ará ilé àbá àtúnṣe máa bèrè ìbéèrè lọ́wọ́ dókítà Adefesoye ẹ tún láǹfààní láti pè wá 0805-551-1110 tàbí 0706-677-1822 ẹ má gbàgbé wípé a wà lórí ẹ̀rọ ayárabíàṣá Facebook Glo 99.1 FM Àkúrẹ́ ẹ lè drop comment yín lábẹ́ live streaming session. Dókítà ọkọ tó di pé ìpè yẹn wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹ ń sọ àwọn nǹkan kan.
A sọ nípa àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àhesọ àwọn bákúgbé tí àwọn èèyàn ń sọ nípa ètò abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára. So a fi àsìkò ìrọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa wípé kò sí nǹkan tó jọ mọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tí àwọn èèyàn ń sọ wọ̀nyẹn. Tán bá dẹ̀ ní ìwádìí kan àbí òmíràn tán ní láti ṣe ẹ jẹ́ kán kọjá sí àwọn ilé ìwòsàn wa tó bá wà ní agbègbè wa ìbáàjẹ́ ti aládàáni ìbáàjẹ́ ti ìjọba kán wọlé síbẹ̀ kán béèrè àwọn dókítà tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ kán dẹ̀ béèrè àwọn ìbéèrè tán fẹ́ béèrè nípa abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára.
ẹ ṣeun gan ni dókítà Adefesoye. I would like to ask you, what is the current immunization schedule, vis-a-vis the disease entity being immunized against and the age to take such vaccine?
Yeah, thank you so very much. What we mean by immunization schedule is a kind of programmed activities in terms of the names of the vaccines, the number of doses, and the ages by which these children will take the vaccine for how long. It's a large kind of schedule. And, we have a long list of vaccines for these our children. And these vaccines are to be taken as the baby grows in life. Àwọn abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára kan wà tó jẹ́ pé.
ẹja sáré gbé pé hello.
Hello, lóòtú ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ káàárọ̀, kí lorúkọ yín bílẹ̀ tí ń pè wá?
Olúwatóyìn láti ìlú Ìpínṣẹ̀.
Láti Gùnṣì, ẹ ṣeun, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ béèrè ni pé bí ọ̀rọ̀ abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára yìí ṣe pàtàkì tó. Ǹjẹ́ òfin kan wà tó ń fìyà tó sọ ìjìyà tó lè wà fún òbí tó bá gbé ọmọ ẹ̀ pamọ́ tí ò jẹ́ kó gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára?
Ẹ ṣeun gan ni.
Inú mi dùn fún ìbéèrè tí àwọn bàbá wa yẹn ń béèrè, and ẹ ṣe gan. Ní àsìkò tí a wà yìí ó pẹ́ gan tí àwọn òfin ti wà tó dẹ̀ fi ìjìyà sílẹ̀ fún àwọn òbí tàbí alágbàtọ́ tó kọ̀ tí ò gbé ọmọ wá fún abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára. Àwọn kan wà tí à ń pè ní àmúyẹ fún àwọn ọmọ wa tí à ń pè ní child rights, and the child rights is being guided by laws. So ìkan lára àwọn ẹ̀tọ́ àwọn ọmọ wa tí à ń pè ní child rights òun ni pé àwọn ọmọ wọ̀nyí wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ wà ní ìlera tó péye. They must be healthy. They must be healthy. And it is also the right of the government to give health to these children. Ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ mi ó ń yé wa? Now, the only way that the government can keep the environment, the only easiest, surest, cost-effective way by which the government of any government can make the community healthy is by way of giving vaccination. And that is why the government is investing a huge amount of money, invest a huge amount of resources into vaccine and vaccination processes. So, and that is why the government has placed these laws there that whoever objects or obstructs the healthcare workers from giving their legitimate services to people should be punished. And the punishment is there. It's crystal clear. So, and in the time past, I want to say that we made arrests, several arrests. I am from Ondo West local government, Ondo East local government. I arrested some church people who did not allow us to vaccinate people in their church. Meanwhile, they vaccinated their own children. But they would never allow us into their premises, church premises, and vaccinate. So we made arrests at Omimode police station there. I think that should be around 2016, 2017 when we were doing yellow fever or measles campaign. So we put the man behind the police in the police custody, and we vaccinated these people. And 2-3 days after the vaccination ended, we released the man. And at the end of it all, nothing happened to these children. In I think Ekpeme Akoko, we also arrested the chief imam who had a mosque, and he has a lot of eligible children to be vaccinated, but he never allowed us into either his house or his mosque. The information got to us in Akure. We arrested the man. No, we wanted to arrest, but when he knew that the prayer was so much, he now succumbed. And we vaccinated people. We made him champion. We put our yellow apron on the man's body, and he became champion for us. So he started campaigning for us because he has been an antagonist of vaccine in the time past. But this time around, he's an agonist of. So please, there are laws and there are regulations.
All right.
But the fact that, kì í ti lé ẹjọ́ bọ̀ wá ṣọmọ ìyá. Community kan náà lájọjọ wà. Kì í ti lé ẹjọ́ bọ̀ wá ṣọmọ ọ̀yá tá a bá lọ sílé ẹjọ́ torí pé abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára fẹ́ kọ́mọ ẹ kó wà hẹ́ẹ̀dì á gbé ẹ lọ sílé ẹjọ́ á dá ẹ lẹ́jọ́ bóyá kò sanye báyìí bóyá kò ṣe báyìí ò dẹ̀ ṣe àti fọmọ lábẹ́rẹ́ tá a bá wá padà sínú ìgboro ojú àtúnra rí náà so ojú àpadà lélẹ́yìí kò lè dojú ara mọ́ ìdí ní tá a fi ń sọ in a very subtle ways to telling our people to make sure that they submit their children and wards for vaccination.
Eshongane, what is polio?
Thank you so very much. Before we go into polio, let me say we have issues with private nursery and primary school owners. They say they want to seek consent from parents of pupils before they give the children, they allow us to give the children in their school vaccination. This is very wrong and it is anti-government. Any school who object this, the governor will not take it lightly with them because they are doing anti-government activities. And there are laws, there are punishments for them. So we are appealing to private school owners to listen to us and make sure that they allow our health workers access into their school premises and vaccinate their pupils. Of course, in the time past, before any child is enrolled into schools, either nursery and primary, in the time past when we were to be enrolled into primary school, they asked for our vaccination card back then. I didn't know why that one died a natural death. But the era has come back now. And of course, it is the school proprietors, the managers of this private nursery and primary school that are supposed to be educating the mothers of these children for them to bring their children. They should be the one to say, if your child is not being fully vaccinated, you should not bring your child to this school.
Don't you think? Okay, I just
wait.
Okay,
just a minute. Because, for instance, if a child is infected with measles in the school, what will the school do? They will send that child back home. That this child should go home and manage his measles case before he comes back to the school. Because they don't want the case to spread within the school. Then why are they not allowing us to vaccinate? Do they seek consent of the parents before they send that child, before they suspend or give a kind suspension like to that child from coming to school?
All right,
so these are the things that we need to say. Thank you so very much.
That's a good one. I also like the fact that we should reintroduce the era where you have to show your vaccination card before you get inside the school. Probably at the beginning of the term.
Oh, yes.
That's a good one. That's a good
Thank you so
innovation.
Very much.
Then, on the other hand, don't you think that it is important for owners of private schools to consult the parents of their children, just in case that child have been vaccinated? It's not all the vaccines that you have, that they give marks on their fingernails.
Thank you so very much. When we vaccinate, we give evidences to show that this child has been vaccinated, and that is the number one thing is fingerprinting, which can clean up within a very short time. Then there are vaccination cards that we give unto them. So during the vaccination process, we expect our children, pupils, to move around with their vaccination card so that at any point in time, if they meet any vaccination team and they want to ask for your vaccination status, the child or the mother or guardian of that can bring out the vaccination card, and the healthcare workers will go through the vaccine card and say that, oh, this guy is fully immunized, or this guy is missed one vaccine, we need to give you, or your next schedule of vaccination is so date. It's as simple as ABC.
That's a great. What is polio?
Now, poliomyelitis.
And of course, why is this? I'm going to ask you a two-in-one question. What is polio? Why is immunization against polio of great importance?
Yeah, poliomyelitis is a disease. It's a viral disease that is being caused by a virus called poliovirus, and there are three types of polio virus, and the three types of these polio viruses cause 3 different diseases, and the worst of it is the one that is causing paralysis. Is flaccid paralysis. Flaccid in the sense that the whole thing is so flexible, the affected part of the body, the limbs, is flexible, so the affected person will not have the control, will not be able to control the affected part, and again, the thing is being transmitted via our mouth. That is what we call, that is why we call it fecal oral route of transmission of the disease. The infected person will have this virus inside the body system in the alimentary canal, and he defecates this, or he passes the virus in stool. So, if this stool that is being that is being contaminated with this virus is not adequately disposed, probably is the child just defecate indiscriminately in the open spaces, and rain falls and washes this thing into the stream that becomes source of drinking water for people down the stream, and the people over there catch the virus in the water and they drink. Or probably you have your fingernails long, you clean the bum of your baby who has just defecated and has the virus in the defecants, and you use that hand to prepare food for other members of the family. The virus is being transmitted into the food and people innocently eat the food. The virus is already in the body system and it begins to multiply and begins to cause the damages. So it is caused by polio virus. And the route of transmission is fecal oral.
Our time is fast spent. So why is it important?
So it is important to take polio vaccine because of the devastation the poliomyelitis is causing in the human body, and it's a global thing. And in the year 2020, August 24, Nigeria was declared white polio free, and that makes the country that are having white polio too now, the Pakistan and Afghanistan. And if we are able to remove these two countries from the list, then the whole world will be declared polio free. It is important to let us know that vaccination saves the life of children over 6 million globally annually from death. And polio vaccine has been a game changer, in the sense that it protects and prevents over 2-3 million people from having, death as a result of polio. This is from WHO archive. Thank you so very much.
All right, thank you very much for your time on the program. Director, Disease Control and Immunization on Ondo Primary Healthcare Development Agency, ODPHCDA.
OSPHCDA.
OSPHCDA. All right. So, Dr. Victor Adefesoye, it's been a swell time having you on the program this morning.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate NMA. And I want to say, without missing a word, that I am happy and proud to be a member of NMA.
All right, until next week when the program returns, we'd like to say a very big thank you to our executive producer, Dr. Ezekiel Akonde, and to the producer of the program, Dr. Komolafe. My name is Comfort Omolafe. Until next week, keep taking care of your health. Remember, health is wealth.